launching its biggest air barrage yet in Ukraine, leaving an infant and setting the main government building on Kyiv. Chief foreign correspondent Trey Yingst joins us live from the Ukrainian capital. Latest. Hello, Trey.
Mike, good afternoon. It was the largest conducted by Russia since the war began. More than 800 drones, along with a dozen missiles, cities, including the capital of Kyiv. At least 3 people were killed and 20 more injured. The moment was significant as all of these different buildings across the city were targeted, including the Cabinet of Ministers, the first government building to be significantly damaged in Kyiv. You could see black smoke billowing in the skyline. At a nearby apartment complex, rescue crews combed through the debris, looking for one man buried beneath the rubble. Right now, first responders are digging through the rubble of an apartment building capital of Kyiv. Overnight, it was hit by a Russian drone as part of the largest drone attack against Ukraine. The invasion began in February of 2022. A government building was also hit and bracing for more Russian bombardment. The president of the EU Commission said today, quote, the Kremlin is mocking diplomacy, trampling international law, and killing indiscriminately. Today, European leaders expressed Ukraine and Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky. Just about half an hour ago, we got another alert. The city of Kyiv is under Russian attack once again. Mike?
Be safe. Trey Yingst live in Kyiv. Trey, many thanks. President Trump arriving now at Joint Base Andrews as he heads to New York for the men's final US Open. We expect to hear from the president in a matter of minutes. We will bring that to you when we get it. But there's a live look. Andrews, Air Force One. The bird is fueled up and ready to go. New York City. We'll see if the president has anything. We do expect some new comments from him. Comments coming from the White House as President Trump is going to spend his Sunday out the men's U.S. Open final. The women were last night. It was very compelling. And today we've got Sinner versus in the men's final. President Trump's former home city of New York City to attend the spectacular final, which will be a rocking crowd and a very spirited final. Sinner and Alcaraz, the 2 men in tennis, the best 2 men in tennis. Stage. We believe that they are queuing up the audio from President Trump, his comments, what's on his mind today as he's about to go to New York, and we will bring that to you. But as you can see, Marine One landing at Andrews. As the president prepares to board to head for New York City, Flushing Meadow, to see the United States Open tennis final on the men's side of this year's tournament, the last major tournament in the tennis calendar. And we will figure out whether Alcaraz from Spain, Sinner from Italy, dashed. And let's go to the White House, I had to say moments ago.
So many other things, because we're coming up with the...
Well, we're back to Marine One, apparently queuing up the tape at the White House. That just in a matter of seconds, but the Marine One helicopter on the tarmac at Joint in suburban Maryland. 16 Eastern here as the president will make on air for New York City. Meadows, Queens, to see the men's final, which should be later today. Blades have stopped on the chopper. The door comes down, and we will see the Marine come out, and the Marine coming out, and next we will see the president's delegation leaving the helicopter and make the short walk over to Air Force on the tarmac. Both doors are down. Dress uniform. Very impressive. And here you can see some of the president's that will be joining him on the trip up to New York, starting to get out of the helicopter and assume position. And momentarily, after we see come down, we will see the commander-in-chief. President Trump telling reporters just moments ago he's ready to go stage in terms of sanctioning Russia, coming off the report we just had from Trey Yingst in Kyiv. And there you can see the commander-in-chief coming down, saluting the officer on the tarmac for the short walk, Air Force One, where we expect that he will glide up the stairs and get on the plane and fly for what promises to be a very of great men's tennis in the Big Apple. President and an Air Force officer walking across the tarmac from Marine One, heading to Air Force One. He'll get and give before he boards Air Force One, waves to the gathered press pool, and up the steps he goes to Joint Base to Air Force One. And expect to hear from the president momentarily. As we mentioned, there is apparently a message in there for Vladimir Putin after a vicious attack last night. Let's go to the White House and hear President Trump.
When you say that, darling, I don't go to war. Listen, be quiet. You don't listen. You never listen. That's why you're second. We're not going to war. We're going to clean up our cities. We're going to clean them up for people every weekend. That's not war.
Are you ready to move to the second phase of sanctions, punishing Putin?
How was your call with the Prime Minister? What's the establishment attacks on RFK Jr.?
Well, he's a different kind of a guy. He's got a lot of good ideas. You know, normally they don't have any ideas, and that's why we have problems with autism and so many other things. We're coming up with the answers for autism. You watch. We're coming up with the answers for other things that normal people, regular people, people wouldn't be able to do. He's got a lot of ideas, and so do I, and we're going to clean it up. Why? Let me ask you. Yeah. Really higher than Chicago? You're not. Excuse me. You know how many people were killed in Chicago last weekend? 8. You know how many people were killed in Chicago the week before? 7. People were wounded. 74 people were wounded. You think there's worse than that? I don't think so. Who does?
The Iran ally, Hezbollah,
We'll respond to that later.
Are you considering attacking the cartels inside of Venezuela?
Well, you're going to find out. You're going to find out. Say it? I don't know anything about that. I had a great conversation with him. He's a good man. Thank you.
That